Hello, everyone. This is Alcabir, the analyst, and today I want to talk about the running back room and do the running back room need improvement. This is Alcabir, the analyst. This is probably gonna be sort of a sensitive topic. The reason why people love Miles Sanders, people love Boston Scott, things like that, but there's some things that have to be said. Um, if I had to rank the division far as running backs as a group, or our number one running back versus the other NFC East team running backs, I would put us last. I would put us last, and that's because, yeah, you can hit me with, well, Al Kabir. We had the number one rushing offense. True. Very, very true. But they benefited off of Jalen Hurts with the threat to run, who had 700 plus yards, 10 touchdowns. They benefited off that offensive line. Right. I can name, if we put Saquon Barkley behind this offensive line, he revived his career. He get 1,000 plus yards. Antonio Gibson, who played for the Washington Commanders, had cracked 1,000 yards. Zeke cracked 1,000 yards all the time. So if I had to put Miles Sanders and I had to match him up with those guys, I'm telling you, he's really, I think he has the potential, or you can say he's better than Zeke now, but is he better than Antonio Gibson? Is he better than a healthy Saquon Barkley? But Cowboys fans can make an argument Zeke is better, which I don't believe so. But Zeke can at least get you 1,000 yards, and we was a rushing team. He still could crack 1,000 yards. I think Miles Sanders is at the point, or I'm at the point, I just accept who he is. He's going to give you 12, 13 games. He's going to give you 800 plus yards, maybe a couple touchdowns. And that's who he is. It's because if he carry the ball over 20 plus times a game, it's almost guaranteed he's going to get hurt. And that's a fact. That's a fact. It's a problem when we say, well, Boston Scott or Kenneth Gainwell is possibly better than our number one. When you go to the Dallas Cowboys, you know Zeke is the number one. You know Antonio Gibson is the number one. You know Saquon Barkley is healthy is the number one. But you can really miss and match these dudes on our team and can be number ones. I think we have a bunch of above second, a bunch of above average running backs. Let me say it like that. They above average. They not bad, but they okay. But our offensive line just take them to another level. Now, Miles Sanders will break one for 20 plus yards. He will break one for 40 plus yards. But he'll get that in spurts here and there. He will definitely get that here and there. But Miles Sanders is an okay running back. He's decent. But when you look at elite running backs, you look at Austin Eckler. You look at Derrick Henry. You look at Nick Chubb. No matter how good Kareem Hunt is, and he can be the number one for a lot of teams, you look at the Browns, you know it's Nick Chubb. You look at the Titans, you know it's Derrick Henry. You look at Washington, you know it's Antonio Gibson. When you look at these teams, you know. But for the past couple years, what we've been saying, man, this is going to be Miles Sanders breakout season. Miles Sanders is that true number one. But then you get Jordan Howard, who could just take over a game. You get Boston Scott, who can just take over a game. And I'm saying that to say this. They benefit so much off the offensive line. But if you put Derrick Henry or any of these dudes, Derrick Henry behind our offensive line can have 5 straight 2,000-yard seasons. Facts. You put Saquon behind our line, he revived his career, and that's a fact. He's getting 1,000, 1,200 yards. Facts. But at this point, I just think Miles Sanders is who he is. And say if the Eagles don't re-sign him, he goes to another team and the offensive line is not good as ours, he will possibly be exposed. And I'm sorry to be the bad guy to say that. Maybe I'll go back to this video like, man, you is crazy. But I seen some games where Miles Sanders, and I get it, he'll try to go for the big game and break out to the outside. He end up losing yards or just don't get there. Where a hole opens up, he could get 7 to 8 yards. And that's a good game. But he went to 20 to 25 plus, but that's not going to always work. Now, and also when I think of Philadelphia Eagles running backs, I'm thinking of Brian Westbrook. I'm thinking of LaShawn McCoy. And if you want to put Miles Sanders there, go ahead. But where will you rank those? Miles Sanders last, no matter how you mismatch LaShawn McCoy and Brian Westbrook. For the past couple eras, we had a dominant running back. We always had that. Even if you want to put in on Jay Ajayi. I mean, I think there's gonna be a change at running back. I think we are running back away. I like Kenneth Gainwell upside because I'm not sure who he is yet. But I've seen Miles Sanders for a couple seasons, and the same pattern is happening. So I'm kind of understanding who he is and what he is. And it has to be said. He's going to give you 700, 800 plus yards, couple touchdowns, which is cool. But my thing is, I think Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball less, and it's really going to expose our running backs. Because even last year, we were saying it got to a point of a season, we're like, look, man, these running backs can't punch it in. We need to re-sign Jordan Howard. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell started punching it in. Boston Scott started punching it in. But it got to a point where it was like, yo, we need Jordan Howard. We need him. And what he do against the Broncos took over that game. Before he got hurt in the Saints game, he was taking over. We actually benched Miles Sanders. One of the fumbles didn't count. But he basically fumbled twice that game. You got to hold on to the ball. But the lucky thing for Miles Sanders that game is that Jordan Howard got hurt and he had a second opportunity. But it was looking like, yo, if Jordan Howard stayed healthy, he's playing the rest of the season. When we played the Saints, go back and watch that game. But Miles Sanders eventually caught himself, covered, thought about it. He's back. And he went off that Saints game. Got to give him that. Jets game, going off. They trying to feed him. And what happened on cue? Hurt his hand. Call it a freak accident. Call it whatever you want. I just think Miles Sanders is who he is. 12, 13 games, which is not bad during the 17-game course. 800 plus yards. Now, if he could play the full season, he's going to have 1,000. He's going to crack 1,000. But my thing is, can he play a full season? Can he run the ball 20 plus times a game? I mean, we've seen him with 2 coaching regimes. We've seen him with Nick Sirianni playing him the same way. We've seen him with Doug Peterson playing him the same way. I'm just saying what I see. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying what I see. And I see an above average running back. Not elite. Not top tier. Just an above average running back who plays behind a great offensive line. Now, y'all let me know if that's disrespectful. But when the Eagles drafted Kenneth Gainwell, who has the same similar skill set with Miles Sanders, they that speak volumes to me. Because I think Kendrick Gainwell has a very high upside to him. He know how to punch it in the end zone. He know how to take what the offensive line is giving him. Even though he only had, about like 300 yards or a little less, he had 5 touchdowns. So if we start feeding him more, I could see that 300 go up to 700. And he said he's going to go off. He want more touches. Now, I know a lot of people like Kennedy Brooks as our bruiser back, but I personally like Jerry Howard. I like Jerry Howard. 6 feet, 200 plus pounds, undrafted rookie we got. I like him a lot. Far as with the clips and the things I seen from training camp, he looked very good. He reminds me of I know y'all gonna hate that I say this, but he reminds me of like a DeMarco Murray a bit. You know, not when he came to the Eagles, but when he was with the Cowboys. Elusive, could run you over. But he's a bruiser back. I like Jerry Howard a lot. But Kennedy Brooks is cool, but I really like Jerry Howard. But hey man, you know, what do you think of how do you feel, man? Am I tripping? But I think this running back room need improvement. This is Al Kabir, the analyst. Ghost.